Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books. And today I'm going to do a spoiler-free review of Kill the Boy Band by GOLDY. So, okay, I bought this book at the Meijer sometime last summer, I think, and I was totally caught by, actually, it looks like I bought it at Half Price Books for $14.39. Quite expensive, but anyway, had to have it, I guess. But anyway, I was so excited about getting this book because I loved the cover. And I don't even know what it is about the cover that I love so much. I just love that it was like pink and black, and it was just very punk rock, I thought, and then you go inside, and I loved this part of it. Did you see it? How beautiful it is? Like, I am somebody that takes these off to read a book, and I just think that that's gorgeous. And to like take places, so much fun, right? Okay, so let me tell you about this book. Well, first of all, I don't really know where to start. So this book was not what I thought it would be. Okay, let's start with the rating. Well, I will tell you that I ended up giving it 5 stars, and I really hesitated with that because for me to give 5 stars to a book, like, it really needs to be a book that like I walk away from and in some way am like profoundly changed. Excuse me, if that makes sense. But the last couple weeks of my life have been very serious. My aunt passed away and some other things happened, and I've just been kind of reevaluating things, and I really went into this just really wanting a fun read, and this was absolutely a fun read. And so I think for its purpose, because it doesn't try to be this profound book, okay? Although a little bit, like, as an older reader reading it, it kind of is a little profound. I even cried during the last sentence. When the last sentence I read, I just started crying. I don't know why. I cry in all kinds of books. But, it isn't, okay, so what it's about is, it's about these 4 girls, and they're like friends, but they're only friends, and I'm trying not to give anything away, and this won't ruin it, but anyway, they're only friends through their mutual adoration and love and obsession of this boy band called the Ruperts, okay? And so the Ruperts are in town for this Thanksgiving show, and they go to stay at the same hotel that the Ruperts are staying at. And mayhem just explodes everywhere. I don't really want to get into a whole lot more than that. The thing that was interesting to me was that, like, there are, like, okay, GOLDY is, like, such a great young adult writer because, and I kind of wonder if some of the humor didn't go over, like, a teenager that wouldn't understand some of the references. There's a lot of references to, like, 80s and 90s movies and bands. And, I found myself just like Alex, my husband, was like, what are you laughing at? I'm just like, some of the lines were so funny. They were like literally borderline Mean Girls, okay? Like, not that the characters were Mean Girls, but like it was that funny of writing. And I mean, just really intelligent, sharp writing. And the thing that I loved, and I've said this before, is that like, I'm not plot driven, I'm character driven, but when a book has an amazing plot and also has characters that you can really get into, then the book is like almost perfection for me. When you weave it all together and the ending is like, makes sense and you can walk away from it and you feel like, okay, like I can put that book down. Although she kind of leaves it open. At one part she leaves kind of open-ended at the end that there could be a sequel, but I doubt that would be the case. But I would love, and if she's watching my video, GOLDY Madovsky, if you do make a sequel, I love your name, by the way. If you do make a sequel, I totally think that that's where you should go with it. And you know what if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. There can only be one way that the sequel goes. But anyway, each of the characters, each of the 4 girls is so distinct that I just got totally sidetracked because there's like so many great characters in there, okay? Like, Rupert P is a great character, Rupert K is a Rupert, none of this would make sense to you unless you've read the book. Michelle Hornsberry is like one of my favorite characters in the entire book, and she plays the girlfriend of one of these like Ruperts. You guys, it's just absolutely hilarious. The thing is it's very much like that movie Groundhog's Day. Did you ever see that movie? That movie made me a nervous wreck. Like, I hated it because I never knew what was going to happen. I always felt like somebody was going to, it just made me a nervous wreck. It made me very nervous. Well, this book did that in a good way. Like, you never really knew what was going to happen next. Like, and when something happened, it totally wasn't like what you expected. And I have to tell you that halfway through this book, the book gets very dark and it totally takes a shift that I never expected, okay? I mean, I just never expected it. And then it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, okay, so the author's gonna go here. She's gonna go all in, baby. She's gonna go all in, and I loved her for it. And I mean, she owned it, and I thought the book was fantastic. I thought it was so well done. I almost think it would be more fun reading it as an adult. I don't know why. Like, I think if I had read this when I was in high school, pieces of it might have, like, offended me. Like, because I was kind of like a groupie of some bands, you know? And I think I would have been like, well, she's poking fun at me. And it is very, like, but then when you read the end of it, and it's just very genuine that we've all kind of been there, is kind of what she's saying at the end of it. And that doesn't ruin anything for you guys. The reason that I gave it 5 stars, and I was going to only give it 4 stars because it was like a funny, ha-ha young adult book, but the reason I gave it 5 stars was because I think it totally accomplishes everything that it set out to accomplish. It has absolutely unforgettable, great characters. Although I'm sitting here, and this is the really interesting thing, I don't think you ever learn the name of the main character. Well, and the whole thing is funny because, okay, this won't ruin it, but she says at the end something about, this is my own personal postscript, meaning like she's leaving this anonymously. So I think she purposely never says her name in the book, but she does something funny when she introduces herself to people that I absolutely loved. And like, I caught on to it right away. I think you'd have to be a little older to catch on to it, but especially the name that gets used towards the end is so funny because as soon as it came out of her mouth, like I knew exactly who it was. And I was just like, this writer is genius. Like, I mean, it's been done in other books before in other movies, but like the way that she did it is so funny. The character of like, okay, so the 4 girls are the main character, the narrator, and then Erin, who's her best friend, Isabel, who's kind of mob mentality high school girl, and then Apple, that's like the super fan. And they're just like such creative characters, and you don't love them necessarily, okay? But you can't forget them. And it's such a great book. Like, I read, so many people were like, oh, it's a fun book, or oh, I gave it 3 stars. It was good, it wasn't that. This book was phenomenal. Like, I mean, it truly, truly accomplished everything that I think it set out to be. It was kind of a great mystery, honestly, suspense. The characters were unforgettable. I don't know why Michelle Hornsberry will be like the character that I remember forever. I feel like I've known so many people like her, first of all. Just totally presumptuous. But anyway, and then in the bartender, I love the bartender in the book. And just like, it was all of it so funny to me. Like, because it was so based on truth. I mean, like, and the author isn't laughing at you, and she's not laughing at the characters. It's almost like she's laughing at herself, like she was one of the characters at one point. And we all were, and that's the thing that's so great about this book. So please, go out, get this book. It is a fantastic read. I literally read it in like 3 days. It's really a fast read. So anyway, it says in the back, they are friends, they are fans, they are sick of being nice. Kill the Boy Band by GOLDY MOLDAVSKY'S. So anyway, 5 stars. Definitely a great read. Definitely not a deep read, but a fun read and a dark read. So I love you guys so much. Follow me on all my social media. I'm also vlogging every day of my life for 2017. It would mean the world to me if you guys would follow that channel. It's called Peter Vlogs. It's listed below. I'm really trying to build up that channel, so even if you don't want to watch the videos, just hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.